frog. Okay, we're good to go. Perfect. Oh, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to you. Yes, you beautiful people. It's good to have you here with us. In whatever format or capacity you're able to be here. Oh, needed to get it out of my system. I am ultra sleepy today on account of being sleep deprived, mainly through poor choices on the part of my family. For context, and this is going to be a bit TMI for some people, I will say, but my father's diabetic. He ate too many biscuits and he spent the night throwing up. He's okay, but he's a silly bastard for thinking, yeah, his stomach can handle that much sugar. But here I am, sleep deprived because of his hubris, because it was hubris. All in all, though, he's okay, and that's really what the most important thing is. Hey, Tutu, hey, Spanish. Good to see the pair of you. Always good to see the pair of you. So, all in all, we're here. I'm grumpy, but all in all, that's going to change very quickly. For a major reason. We're about to finish Universe for Sale. I don't know what the ending has in store for us. All I know is that every part of this journey so far has been absolutely bloody fantastic. Sleep deprived Spanish. Hence the grumpiness. You missed a slight part of the story of a sick father. But now, well, thankfully that doesn't have to be an issue now. Because we're finally going to be concluding the story of Master and Lila in whatever form it takes. I don't know how it's going to go. I don't know exactly what the end is going to look like. Hey, the Lomri. This is a tad nerve-wracking, actually. Despite the short amount of time we've put into this game in the grand scheme of things, every part of this experience so far has been special. The characters have been very well fleshed out. The world itself has been remarkably fleshed out. The religion of the cult and also the Church of the Many Gods. All of it has been intertwined into this incredibly thought-provoking and emotional story about, well, at its core, Lila as an individual. The non-linearity has been confusing, but we've managed to pick it apart piece by piece and start to form an idea of what's actually going on. But what is it all building to? What is the message it wants to send? None of us really can say we know. But there's only one way to find out. Let's throw ourselves into it. Unto the breach once more. Hey, Lomri. Now, I have no idea what's going to happen immediately. Let's take just a quick glance around. The ship is in disrepair. We know now that the hair is something to do with the cosmic kraken within the cult of enlightenment. But, oh god, it's so fascinating. Utterly intriguing. That's what it is. Oh hey, it's the curtain stitcher. I want an orange universe. Is that possible? They just want pure orange. I reckon a double dosing of crystals should do the trick. Okay, let's take a look. This is a very hot universe where sun and supernova are omnipresent, marking the beginning and end of stars. God, we're really being thrown in the deep end of this magnificence right off the bat again. Oh, I don't want this to come to an end, even though I can feel it on the horizon. A cruel place where every star is destined to explode and destroy everything around it. An ephemeral cosmos where life is only a transitionary exception in a universe dominated by the impermanence of stars. This, I believe, is your orange universe. Oh, what a beautiful bright orange. Thank you very much. Utak, you are most welcome. Enjoy your orange bears. Okay, what next? Plant person? Yeah, this is the plant person. I'm in a universe in which I can discover different new forms of flora to study. Well, that's going to be plenty of moss. There we go. In this ancient universe, plants have taken total dominion, growing so much that they have taken the place of planets themselves. Individual plants are cells of a gigantic organism, planets that look like huge flowers with clumps of pollen as moons. God, I'm already... I need more. I know we've already seen this universe, but I'm just trying to imagine what this would be like, and it would be so goddamn cool. I dig Lila's outfit so much. I have a very similar sweater, and I think I'll wear it today. You go for it, Tutu. You got to embrace the comfy pink heavy knitting. I believe this should meet your needs, Porter. Incredible. With all these species, I could write an entire library just for the index. Indeed. Lila's a fashion queen. 100%. Hey, Tino! Oh, does he not have the voice box today? This is going to make things complicated. I mean, he's a robot, so... maybe a nice little robotic universe? Yeah, let's give that to him. Who's coming after Tina? Oh, this guy again. Wait a second, does this mean... this is how Lila meets Master? Yeah, I can remember this guy, because Toppy couldn't pay, which annoyed Lila, and Master was just here watching. Now let's take a look at the universe. Yep, I remember this one. This is a gigantic universe with all manner of life. I hope to explore a place like this one day. Oh wait, is Toppy actually coming and purchasing it for real? Oh, sick! He came back when he had money! Is that Bandar? Oh, it's Mota, the chief! I want a universe where large, strong creatures like ancient dinosaurs still exist. We are ending our orangutan racism today with a chance at redemption. And we're doing it with a double helping of eggs. here we go. The artwork is so comfy. The artwork is very comfy. It really brings this world to life. A rich fauna, no other plant. Yep. All just pure animals. Entire ecosystems in the form of animals. There you go. Great, big, strong animals fills my heart with joy. Mota, you have been universed. Mota was a fucking legend as well when we met him by the windmills. I'm tired. No more working today. I have to recharge my energy. I mean, yeah. Making entire universes seemingly from scratch isn't easy. But where is it going? I thought when we saw Toppy, we'd see Master, but it seems like that's not the linearity of this moment. Oh, but we've got more of the book. Lila, what are you doing? Ooh. She's covering her eyes. Why are you closing your eyes? I don't like this part. Oh, bless her. Do you want to skip it? No. You read on. I won't leave. Are you too scared? Stop teasing. Oh, she's such a sweetheart. Okay, let's see how it ends. Yep, this was when the Cosmic Kraken cut Prometheus to pieces. The deal had been struck, the oath observed. A tentacle rose, a monstrous ensemble. First thumb, then ring, then fifth finger are carved. The belly is cut up, removed then each temple. A second great arm was further extended, detaching mid-finger and index in succession. It reached through the chest, the heart apprehended, then toes are removed, then clavicles cut with increasing progression. Brutal. The third of the tentacles, around the eye snakes, rescinding their roots precisely and with ease. Then, after that feet, the elbows it shakes, taking away hands and then legs in a breeze. The fourth takes the ankles and yanks them away. It pierces the sternum with violent precision. Then it clasps the hips, then breasts are its prey, the knees and the legs are then targets of excision. Christ, it's so horrific. The fifth and last arm comes forth for the ears. The mouth it removes, so no more is said. It cuts away nose, pulls apart shoulders. At last, the neck buckles, and so goes the head. Yeah, it's utterly horrific. Utterly horrific. This time was very brief. Too brief. Next time might be the last. So even Master can feel that this is coming to an end. Why? How? What's going to occur? This puts some weight though. What do we want to do before the end of everything? We want to talk to Lila. Simple as that. I think we need to round things off with her. We need to give her answers. We need to explain to her why things are the way we are before everything gets eroded and destroyed and washed away by the acid rain. We need to make peace with her after she kissed us and we rejected her. For reasons we still don't fully understand at that as well. Hang about. Am I being silly? Did I miss a doorway that was wide open? No, there are no more open doors. Oh shit! I didn't miss it! Was that the last journey? I don't understand. There's no way this is the ending right here. Did I take too long? But I'm not done yet. I must save her. What do you mean save her? Lila, forgive me. No, there must be a way. There must be a reason why the gods have done this to us. Ooh. The gods, eh? If nothing else, I'm stuck here. If there's a way, any way to get back to Lila, it must be in this place. I'm still thinking we're Lila's father. The battery of the gun Bandar gave me during the rebellion against the Church of Many Gods. I don't know why, but Lila was very angry at me. She kept trying to run away without telling me why. Well, I think we've deciphered why. She was trying to run away with us because in terms of the timeline, that would have been shortly after she kissed us and we rejected her. There was also the fact that she freed us. Who knows? Who knows exactly where it's going to go? There's got to be something. I have a couple things to do. Hope to catch you later. Yeah, no worries, Spanish. Take care of yourself in the meantime, my guy, and we shall see you in the near future. Oh, this is the tea. This is from when I visited Lila's house. She was very emotional that evening, as if she'd just come back from an adventure, but then she tried to kiss me. Okay, we are addressing the kiss. Good. I must have made her really mad. I wish I could have told her the reason of my refusal. Yeah, why didn't you tell her? Why didn't you tell us? Make it clear, Master. Make it clear. Oh, this is the egg we found at the windmill. Oh, no, this wasn't the windmills, actually. This is the Lomri egg. Yeah, the Lomri egg, hey. We found it under Lila's house, just when I overheard her calling Hinon to book a table at the tea house. Which would have also been the time when we met her. We're checking all the bins. Why is all this stuff actually here? Okay, this was the cut we used to get the... What's the... Podna? Podna juice berries? The scissors given me by Bandar the morning I helped them get the plants on the windmills. The church patrol was looking for me, but he lied to keep me from getting caught. He was very kind to me, even if he didn't know me. He was. Bandar was a good egg. Not all about the money. This is the cup Lila has been using to brew a good portion of her universes. Oh no, it isn't. It's actually the cup that we had at the tea house. The first time I met her, but she seemed to already know me. Well, it wasn't the first time she met us. I had to leave because I felt I was about to disappear. I told her I wanted to see her again, but we didn't have the time to talk about it any further. That's so peculiar. There's a movie I can remember watching with my mum and my sister that they were really fond of called About Time. It was an okay film, but it had a really similar thing with like time fuckery that was going on. And I'm almost getting the feeling that there's going to be some element of that at play here. Oh, this was the book with the cuts. The book that helped me explain the cult traditions to Lila. It was lucky to meet her just when B, the guard, was about to boot me out of the temple. It was lucky. Okay, so what else is in these bins? That was the hoe we threw at the back of the cleric's head to escape the church. The hoe I used to knock that cleric down. Yeah, I'm not proud of that. You should be. It was a fucking amazing throw. But I had no choice. The church had me in its grasp. Luckily, Bandar and Lila saved me. What an adventure. Oh, and it's the ghost fish. Lila gave me this in the market. It was a pleasant day, but she behaved as if she'd never seen me before. Well, she kind of hadn't. This is the thing. Our interactions have been so odd. Because of all of this. Okay, is there anything else? We've checked the bins and we've had a quick rundown of all the interactions we've had with Lila, Bandar, the church. Yeah, why are all of these objects here? Each a memory, a moment in which Lila and I met. Each encounter became increasingly weirder. Yeah, that's one way you could describe it. I was confused. Sometimes people spoke about things I didn't understand. Moments I didn't remember having ever lived. Hey, zombie, it's good to see you. Come in and get yourself cozy, my guy. Some other times, it was they who couldn't remember. They couldn't understand what I was attempting to tell them. But the problem is not just me or them either. It's time. It's the order of events that scrambled. Yeah, we gathered this a little while ago. I'm glad that the game's acknowledging it and making it... Oh, what's it? Spelling it out in plain English? Is that the expression? I have no idea. Hey, Queso, good to see you as well, my guy. I must understand the right order of things, the right succession of encounters. Maybe then I'll be able to get back to Lila and end this once and for all. Well, this was the first time. This would be close to the last. What was this again? This was... Yep. This would have been about here. That would be about here. Maybe like this. This is tricky. Yeah, I mean, that was definitely first. When was this? Church Patrol was looking for me, but he... Yeah, that's... and maybe that's... No, this doesn't... Is that the problem? I mean, that definitely had happened. Wait a second. Ooh. The church was looking for us around here. No, this is all... Now I'm just confused. This was prior to the tea house. It's the fact I can only move 2 at a time. Okay, so the wall was definitely the last thing. That much is sure. That's definitely the final thing. Did the kiss happen after that? Like, so... Because there's no way that can go before that. But this is... I had it in this order before and it didn't work. So why is it... Oh! The interface in this section. This isn't a criticism of the game at whole, just to be clear. This puzzle is definitely something I'm struggling to solve on account of me not thinking about it clearly. However, it would be really nice if I could just drag and drop instead of having to do this really weird clicky, switchy thing. Because that's interfering with my weird little network of neurons that isn't functioning proper today. Okay, I remembered that was given by Bandar. Am I supposed to be doing this in the order I remember it? That's what I thought. That's what I thought, zombie. Maybe... Yeah. Yeah, there we go. That's the ticket. When I met her in the market, for her, it must have been the first time she ever saw me. Yeah, we gathered that. But we also know that a part of the reason she probably felt like it was easy to talk to us and to work around things was because the first time we met her was here. So we already had a relationship and a connection with her. And when you feel like you already know someone, it's a lot easier to interact with them. You know, so for us, we must have had a certain air that was like, I know you, I trust you, you're safe around me. Okay, so market first. Then there was the incident in the laundry. The cleric saw me teleport in. Then we went for tea. And then she found me again at the church shortly after. After the church and our encounter there, we went to gather the fruit. Then there was a matter of the church taking us prisoner when the robot grabbed us. And we escaped the church. Then eventually we went back to the tea house. To Lila's house, where she kissed us, and she wasn't happy with us after that because we went to war. No, not because we went to war. We went to war, and she wasn't happy with us while the war was going on and the rebellion took place. After that encounter, she called Enon to book the table at this tea house. Yep, we remember that. At the tea house, we drank tea together. That's the first time I saw her after so much time. Explain, Master. You've got to be the dad. You've got to be the dad. Afterwards, she looked for me at the Temple of Detachment, where I showed her the life and traditions of the cult. Destiny made us meet again with Bandar. We climbed on top of the windmills. There, Lila opened up to me. Then, the church captured me, imprisoning me until Lila and Bandar rescued me. Yeah, because she wasn't angry with us in the church. The following evening, Lila invited me in her house. She told me about her father, how he died. It's the fact he talks about her father as if he's separate from that and somehow. Then she tried to kiss me, but when I refused, she forced me to leave out of rage and embarrassment. The following morning, yes, it must be when the rebellion started. The people revolted against the church and its overbearing tyranny. Lila was there too. She was escaping from the shame of the previous evening. She got hurt and we hid in an alley before the explosions caused it to collapse. That's the last time that she saw me. That's when I need to return to allow her to finally understand on her own. Interesting. Okay. Oh, she's disconnected from reality and he's disconnected from time. That it stands to reason that when he met her before she met him, she remembered him. I don't know if there's any evidence to suggest that she's disconnected from reality. It's really hard to say exactly what is going on with Lila. Because there's a lot of different things that have happened which you could make the argument for is just her responding to all the weirdness around her. But again, we still don't know the whole deal with her being Princess Space Squid. It's clear that the Cosmic Kraken has something to do with things, as it were, but what things? Oh, here we go. Hello, is there anyone there? I'm stuck here. Yep, and we're just going to materialise out of thin air in front of her. Good! Good! This is going to give us the chance to finally get answers and explain some shit. Yep, that's how it happens. Lila, are you okay? You're asking me if I'm okay? What about you? You were gone. One moment you were here, and the next one you had vanished in thin air, as if you'd never been there at all. The same thing that happened when we were on the windmills. Oh my goodness. So she saw it happen on the windmills as well. Was it the church? Did they capture you again? How did you manage to escape? It wasn't the church. What was it then? Yeah, no. What then? Come on. Oh, come on. It was me. It was me. Yeah. Let's explain that in a bit more detail, please, Master. I have powers. Powers. Honestly, I'd probably burst out laughing if it wasn't for what I just saw. What are you, some kind of wizard? That line, I just can't help but hear it being delivered by Nicolas Cage. What's in the bag? A shark or something? Not exactly, yeah. I don't think it's the best definition. Even though, to an external observer, sorcery might be the best way to describe what I do. But no, I'm not a wizard. Okay, what would you be then? Yeah, it's a fair question. A wizard, well, yes, if you want to put it that way. Oh, for fuck's sake. Master is absolutely incorrigible. But she has powers too, so I don't get that reaction entirely. I'm a traveller. To be fair, one thing I would say with the idea of her not getting it or finding it a bit ridiculous is she doesn't fully know what her powers are as well. That it's hard to explain, but everything about this universe is weird and she's unique in her own right. And a whole lot of this doesn't make sense. Humans wouldn't know how to react. What do you mean? Can you teleport whenever you want? It's not that teleportation. I can't do it at will. Oh, it's not teleportation. I can't do it. Why did I add that? It's complicated, but it's very important for you to understand, Lila. Wait. Why is that all of a sudden so important that I understand? Every time, all I've done is ask you questions. And every time I asked, you never gave me straight answers. Thank you. He's written like the protagonist in a harem anime. I hate that is actually a fair description. That really bugs me because, honestly, yeah. Yeah. I like the fact, though, that Lila isn't reacting to it, oh my god, so cool and mysterious. Instead, it's just getting frustrated and annoyed with it. It's like, give me fucking answers or piss off. What's changed? Wait, what? What are these responses? Both of these suck. I changed. I was finally able to fully understand how our temporal lines work, so that they may get close enough to join them again. Time. Sorry, I'm not sure I follow. I don't teleport, Lila. I time travel? Is that it? I travel across space-time. So you're a time traveller, that's what you're saying. You travel through time? Every time we got separated, I jumped to another time and place. But every time, I didn't know where or when I'd arrive. I could not know if I would appear in the market or your house. Hang about, is Master actually Prometheus? Is that a possibility? Or whether I ended up in the future or the past. So this is why you were always so confused. Yeah. Exactly. Good. I'm glad it's understood. After each jump, I had to understand where and when I was before making the next jump. But why didn't you tell me then? Yeah, why? I really wanted to, but I wasn't sure you would be ready to accept it. I don't know. To an extent, that's fair, because if I just said to someone I'm a time traveller and they haven't seen me act weird and jump all over the place, I can understand the apprehension being taken... Or not... You're almost afraid you're not going to be taken seriously, so someone's going to ignore you and cut you out, leave you hanging. Each time we met, I couldn't be sure if you knew me and to what degree. If I was just a passerby, an acquaintance, or a friend. Or something more. Oh, God. Oh, God. So, she's going to put that moment in the house down to us not interacting with her at the right time. Yes. I had to be careful. Past the situation without looking like I had lost my grip on reality. Well, mission failed, master. that's a good reaction. Ugh. Let's pretend I believe you. Okay, so she doesn't believe us still. You're a perpetually confused space-time traveling wizard. Very credible. Yeah. But you still haven't explained one thing. Why are you going through so much effort to find me? Yes! Yes! Because we are alike. Explain. Explain further. Eh? Eh? You just lost the little credibility you had. God damn it. I can't travel through time. I can barely move through space. True. Yeah, that's true. Actually, your power is different. You can create universes. Right. Wait, what does this have to do with anything? Everything. Well, yeah, she quite literally makes universes, meaning she has the power to create everything and anything. You create universes, yeah, that's a big deal. I can cross between universes. Ooh, that's an interesting thing. Two sides of the same coin. I'm a bit confused. So, have you come to learn a new type of space-time sorcery or something like that? Are there others like us? Do you want to assemble a team of metaphysical wizards? Honestly, a great question. No. Oh, come on. I'm here to rescue you. What? What should I be saved from? A space-time dragon? I believe you know what, Lila. Don't. You told me yourself. You said that ever since I've been around, time started to flow again. Oh. Oh, this is interesting. As if you could again take your life in your own hands. Okay, yes, I felt a bit different ever since you showed up. But I'm just going through a phase. Maybe I was just a bit depressed. Yeah, you did seem genuinely depressed, and I think that's valid. Hello as well, Noob. Good to see you, you beauty. I'm not just a psychologist, but I don't believe I need to be saved. Wait, that's... This is a bit odd. I'm not just a psychologist, but you're not actually a psychologist at all, Lila. So, oh, never mind. I'm assuming that's a what's the word? A typography? Ugh. And what does this have to do with this space and time magic thing? It's not merely a phase. It's not just in your head, but in your universe. Oh, thank you for the gifted sub, Noob. You're stuck in a temporal prison. What does this temporal prison look like? I have no idea how you could get those mixed up, to be honest with you, zombie. They're not even close on the keyboard, you silly sausage. Okay, this seems to be a bit out there, yeah. Think about it. What can you remember about when I wasn't with you? Ooh, try to think about the time between my disappearance and reappearance. Oh, I feel you on that, zombie. I'm well and truly sleep deprived and grumpy as well. Well, I'm not saying you're grumpy, but I'm grumpy, and this game is helping with that, as are you guys. Thank you for being here. Try to think about the time between my disappearance and reappearance. Yeah, well, what can she remember? I... What do you feel when you think about that period of time? Nothing. I can't feel anything. That explains the depression side of things. She's probably coming out of that when she's around us, and it's very tricky to cope with. Exactly. It's as if during that interval, I wasn't there at all. I know I was. I remember it clearly, but it's as if someone else was there in my place. And how long have you felt this way? Since her dad? Ever since I got this hair. Yeah. Since I started to create universes. After the day of the accident. Indeed. But why? Again, fair question. Why me? And what does your power have to do with this? To explain, we need to go to your house. That house holds a strong connection with your past. It will allow us to piece the temporal lines together, disentangling them to allow them to realign to their normal flow, once and for all. My house? Well, why not? Let's say I believe you and we head to my house. What then? I just told you, you won't be able to fully understand until we get there. I'd consider indulging you in your delusions if it weren't that we're completely stuck here. It's a fair point. Can we fix that? Everything went down with the explosion. The rubble has blocked all exits. It's been hours that I've been calling for help, but no one has come. This is a problem. Bandar? Yeah! Okay, I finally find the... Bandar! Yeah, Bandar's best. Bandar is the best. Did I interrupt you something? Perfect timing. No, actually, your timing is impeccable. Let's not waste any time then. I need to understand this thing. Good. Can you walk here? Because she has a broken leg. Yes, I believe so. I thought my leg was broken, but it was just a sprain after all. I'm good now. Now, a sprain is still pretty horrific. Bandar, sorry if we don't get lost in pleasantries, but we're in a bit of a haste right now. Where do you go? Don't worry about it. What do you care? You always do whatever you want without any explanation. Shall we? God, I love Bandar. Alright, let's go. Back to our house. Where exactly are we right now? God, the soundtrack's kicking in. Oh, this is the square. Yeah, an important place. So this should be the market. Yep, hit. And we're going past the droids we killed during the rebellion. It's a pretty horrific result of the rebellion, actually. So this is why we saw the place in the state it's currently in. It was the was it the aftermath of the rebellion? I don't actually know. I don't know what this place is to us. Okay, let's go past the power reactor. This universe is definitely scuffed. They turned off fire spread. Hey, it's Jupiter. Fire must spread differently due to oxygen in the atmosphere and such. You never know. You never know. They never really addressed the atmosphere problem, actually, now that I think about it. Okay, here we go. So then, time traveller, we're here in my house. What is it that you need to tell me? What are we doing here? Lila, we'd better sit. Okay. So strange. I've been traveling for so long, but I feel like I've never moved from here. Is that because we are her dad, or are we Prometheus, and this is just a crazy moment where we finally feel like we found a purpose? What do you mean? You see, Lila, that day, that tragic accident, it all started there when you and your father went to retrieve that strange object. See, if this is all building up to Mastered saying we're the father, I'm going to get so annoyed at how he has handled talking about it. That was no cheap trinket or piece of space scrap. No, it wasn't. We figured that much. It was a powerful relic. What type of relic? That object was a bridge between the physical world and the astral world. Alrighty. A gate through which the divine has communicated with mankind for centuries. Coming into contact with this artifact allows one to see what's on the other side. Beyond the ocean of the Kraken, the veil that cleaves space and time. Glimpsing what lies beyond the veil causes one's mind and body to violently shift outside of the material world, which it would explain the physically defiant things we've got on the go as a cultist. It induces a state for which they are not prepared. Enlightenment. Okay, so we achieved enlightenment. This process has its drawbacks. If one is not completely prepared, they become eternal beings, forever trapped in a timeless instant. It becomes a curse that stems from setting one's sight on the divine. The Enlightenment bestows powers that only a god could have, like creating universes and travelling between them. But since time becomes an illusion, one's very existence becomes empty and meaningless. Passive. Lila, on that day when you and your father came into contact with the artifact, that event gave you the power to create universes, but left you stuck in a time loop. I think I understand. But if I obtained my powers this way, how did you? Please tell me. In the same exact way. You see, Lila, on that tragic day in which you lost your father, I was there too. Let's get it. Come on. Come on. What? Yeah, what? Yes. But due to the incoming crux in space-time, from my point of view, it was not your father who touched the artifact, but my daughter. Your daughter. Are you telling me that your daughter... You are my daughter, Lila. And I am your... dad? Oh my god. I wouldn't even feel... I don't know what to feel, but I'm glad that we've got there. We finally got there. It can't be. It doesn't make any sense. I saw you die. The explosion vaporized you. I really did die. But only from your point of view. From mine, it was you who touched the object and died in the explosion. But differently from you, I knew that it wasn't really you. How? Oh my god, this metaphysical stuff is fucking bonkers. You see, what I said before about my powers was not completely accurate. While you had the power to create universes, my proper ability was to perceive them. Oh! Oh! Oh, that's interesting. I knew that you weren't dead, but trapped in another timeless dimension, stuck in an eternal loop. But if you knew that I was still alive, then why didn't you come immediately? Why didn't you tell me? Do you have any idea what I went through? With you gone, thinking it was all my fault? I couldn't. Don't you think I knew how it felt? Knowing where you were, but without the means to reach you? Your curse was living in a timeless prison. Mine, living with the knowledge that you were trapped. I spent years trying to figure out how to travel between universes, how to get to you. For you, it must have felt like only a year or so. On my end, it's been decades. He's got tentacle hair as well. After the accident, I was desperate. Despite having been enlightened, I felt so lost. I needed to understand. To understand why the Divine chose to curse us this way. I travelled through the solar system, visiting every known civilized and uncivilized world. I talked with thousands of people, listening to their stories. I read their books, exploring their worlds. I looked for answers in hundreds of different cults and religions. Okay, and this is where we found the cult here. I read, prayed, and meditated. I came as far as modifying parts of my own body to help me detach from the material world. I learned the hidden mechanisms of the universe and its origins. Finally, I understood. I understood how to use my enlightened condition to project myself far from my own universe. To travel beyond the structure of space-time. Where I finally found you, exactly as young as I'd left you. When I saw you, I didn't know how. I meant to tell you everything from the start. But my appearance, the jumbled order of time, I couldn't be sure how you would react. Oh. My little girl. So you're here. It's all over then. We can be together again. Not exactly. Yeah. This is going to have a tragic undertone to it, where I feel like Master's going to have to sacrifice himself to let Lila be free. Not exactly. No? Why? We don't belong to the same reality anymore, Lila. Every jump I make is just a temporary reprieve from the gods beyond the veil. For now, I've been allowed to share your world with you. But it's not going to last much longer. I'm banking on stolen time. When I'll disappear again, you'll be stuck in your temporary prison. And this time, I'm afraid it could be forever. What? Yeah, I mean, we've got to find a way to break it. There is a way to break the cycle together, but we must be quick. By combining our powers, we can go back to that moment and make things go the way they should. But how can we do that? You'll create a universe, a very special one. One in which everything happened in the right way, in which we share the same reality again. The one of the accident. Yeah, exactly. When you have done that, I'll bring us inside it. We'll return to that day and close this cursed cycle. Okay, let's do it then. What should I do exactly? Good. Let's start by sitting down. A good start. First of all, we need to enter in a meditative trance so that we can align our powers. I have no clue how to do that. That's fair. Oh, right. Close your eyes and follow my breathing. I think we're aligned now. This should be enough. Oh, that's it? Of course not. Now, you need to recreate the universe where everything started. Well, Master's more than just a skeleton. A metaphysical magic skeleton. But how? This requires too much precision. Normally, I just use the ingredients that I find lying around as the basis for a universe. I don't have a specific way to get exactly what I want. What should we use in this case? We'll use what the Kraken gave us when we received our enlightenment and our curses. Are they going to use your... Oh, our hair. They're the purest manifestation of our link with the world beyond the veil. But you have no hair. I used to. I cut them away when I got into the cult of detachment. I still kept a piece. I kept it just in case. Hey, the tentacle counts as hair. That I feel like that would hurt like hell. They've addressed how the neuron density of a tentacle basically makes it so each one is independent. Use the extract of the 2 tentacles to make the universe. Now the shape, it needs to reflect that terrible moment in our universe. Initially circular and unperturbed, with an appendix cleaving it in half. What does that mean, an appendix cleaving it in half? Okay, this is perfect, Lila. Okay. Now breathe and concentrate. I will use my powers to bring us inside. Ooh, that was actually quite spooky. The Cosmic Kraken isn't all sunshine and roses, it appears. Who would have figured? I told you, the Kraken is bad. Very bad indeed, says Bihari. Daddy? What is it, honey? If I meet a monster like that, and it wants to cut me up in pieces, would you save me? Of course, Lila. Even if I'm very, very far away. Even if there's a lot of traffic. Always, Lila. No monster will touch you for as long as I live. Good. Now, keep reading. Yes, ma'am. This story of father and daughter is unbelievable. It's just unbelievable. Oh, wow. Okay, let's see where this is going. Without flesh or a body to call his own, the man is dragged down by the Kraken's descent. Not living nor dead, he does not lament. The remnants he left in the quest for the unknown. Soon after, his relatives and those close to him wander the world in search of his traces. And finally come to the ocean's last brim. They find all his spoils spread over those places. Collecting those relics, they ask themselves why his bodily parts are so strewn on the shore. Of those, some believe he'd come there to die, and few that he might have ascended or more. The stories thus birthed, begun to be told, and those that revered him and all his remains, saw it that man's destiny was helped to unfold, forever in freedom from earthly restraints. Like that lonely being who once had been flesh, men face every moment the ultimate choice of being dust of stars, like trapped in a mesh, or staring at God's face and hearing his voice. And then we close the book. The end. Did you like the story? I loved it. I found it fascinating and thought-provoking. But Lila, I think, has an even softer spot for it. Yeah, she does. I love that they actually drew almost the same eyes from Asta and Bihari. You definitely noticed that to at multiple points, but I couldn't see it myself. I trusted your gut, but I couldn't notice it. So fair play to you. It's a good catch. Sleepy? A little bit. It's bedtime then. Okay, wait. But will you protect me while I sleep? Of course. I don't want to drown in the ocean. Oh, Lila. Oh god, that's creepy as hell. Bihari kept his promise. What is that? A very good question. Don't worry about it. Try to concentrate. It's like my hair. It's the Kraken from that book that Mum used to read to me when I was little. This is horrifying. Oh god, it's the Kraken that cursed that child. Yes, Lila. It's the one that guards the threshold between the spirit and the material world. The one depicted in that statuette. Lila, don't lose focus. Gahara Samudra, the deepest ocean. Lila, we can't linger here any longer. We need to move onwards. Close your eyes and focus on the meditation. Yes, I'm sorry. I don't blame her for breaking down in tears. This is terrifying. Now focus on that single moment. No matter how hard it is to remember, go back to that day. Here we go. Dad, it's really you. As he was before. Oh my god, how would you stop yourself from doing this? You couldn't. It would be incredible. I've missed you too, Lila. So much. Oh god. We're here. So now we can go back? We can start again? Lila, I'm changing course. I should be able to remember how to do that. No. Lila, you can't. It doesn't work. The drive seems to be locked in place. We're in front of that cursed thing once again. Lila, let me explain. I already know what you want to tell me. There must be another way, some solution you haven't explored yet. No, Lila, this is all there is left to do. Believe me, I tried every possible way. It's time for me to go now. You can't. I can't lose you again. I don't want to, Dad. I can't go through this all over again. Lila, we have no choice. For both of us to exist in the same universe and allow the other to go on with their life, one of us must sacrifice themselves. I'll go. No, Lila. Yeah. We can't allow that. I can't stand to watch you die, not again. Fucking hell. This is absolutely incredible writing. My little girl. Oh my god. I love you, Dad. I love you too, my child. Promise me you'll be strong. That you'll leave that spaceship and that colony and live your own life? I promise, Dad. Can she at least take Bandar with her? I'm ready. How are you feeling? How do you expect me to feel? I'd be... Yeah, oh my god. Bihari. Whenever you're ready, direct the ship towards the target. As if I could do otherwise. There's always another way. Oh, Luopa, no! Dad, did you say something? No, what are you talking about? No, you didn't imagine it. That's the bishop from the church. You're that man who was preaching in the middle of the square the other day. The Archbishop of the Church of Many Gods. Why did you try to capture my father? What do you want from him? That's of no importance now. Oh, I don't like you, Archbishop. I'm here to help you. You're about to commit a terrible mistake. And I'm here to help you avoid it. Ugh. Oh my fucking god, I hate this character so much. How's this happening? Uncle, you see? I finally managed to bring you to them. Don't I deserve a promotion? Shut up! Yeah, okay, you know what? You earned some points. You earned some points. Lila, listen to me. Your very lives are at stake. Well, we already know that. How can you be so deluded to think that I'd ever trust you? You captured and incarcerated my father. We did it for his own good. For the good of you both. I know it sounds hard to believe, but your father is sick. His frequent travels have ended up corrupting his soul. Yeah, we're going to go ahead and ignore everything this person says. But he can be saved, he can be cured, so that you can be together again. What should I do to avoid it? You don't need to do anything. Just let yourself go, return to the now. Return home with your father. Lila, what's happening? Return home, Lila. Lila, who are you talking to? Yep, it's the Archbishop. He says there's a way for us to return home together. Lila, don't listen to him. Yep. He just wants to capture us and steal our powers for his own ends. I believe that entirely. But, Lila, your father is very sick and tired. He doesn't know what he's saying. Gaslight Girl Boss, in the form of a power-hungry man. He travelled so far to find you, to save you, but now it's up to you to save him. I must save him. Yes, let yourself go, Lila. Return home with your father. Lila, don't listen to him. I want to save Bihari. I really do. But there is no way it would work. Here's the question to you, though, zombie. Why would Bihari be lying? That classic he's sick and doesn't know what he's saying is the worst. And I also want to acknowledge the fact that the Archbishop found us because of the other guy, the little shit that's been chasing us. On it, whatever his name is. For the same reason you didn't follow the yellow line in Stanley Parable. Hey, now. Here's the thing. There really is no way of knowing in this situation. But you also have to ask yourself, let's say we did try and save the father. The thing I'm running through my head is that if Bihari's right and the Archbishop is just trying to steal our powers, what fate does that leave? At no point has the Archbishop said how they would save Bihari. They also have just undergone a rebellion. And institutionally, the church has been an autocratic mess that has abused their power and monopoly to consolidate even greater power after the Hovian Moon was abandoned and became a self-sufficient colony. Why would someone who has allowed the perpetuation of an organization of that caliber show an honest, kind-hearted approach to try and save a child and her father when he has no relationship or motivation to prior? Because they're clearly not motivated by generosity and compassion. They're motivated by, essentially, their own means. Hasn't the church been stuck in this loop the whole time too? Here's the thing. Lila was the entity stuck in the loop. She was the one cursed by the cosmic kraken, not the universe Lila was in. That's an important distinction to make in this instance to work it out. If you were to take the approach of assuming the entire universe was stuck, I mean, at that point, nothing would move forward. Nothing would change. I think the answer is a simple, straightforward listen to your father. Because our father, Master, has not steered us wrong. He's been a mess, he's been terrible at communicating, but his reasoning, when it was all laid out, made sense. He gave concise explanations as to what has happened and what led to things getting here. And even though it was confusing at points, it ultimately makes sense when you look at the events and actions that have led to us getting here. It fits the narrative of the children's book as well. It fits the narrative of the game. And I think you would be hard-pressed to find a loving father that wouldn't willingly sacrifice himself to save his child, but would still save himself if there was an alternative. If he's had decades to find an alternate solution and has been unable to, I trust that this is his only way of saving his daughter, and he wants to see it through. I do not trust that the church, whether or not they were stuck in a time loop, has been able to find a solution to an advanced problem in not even half the time. So while I want to save the father, because Bihari deserves to live with his daughter, I don't believe you. What? You just want to steal our powers? No, Lila, I swear on the gods you've misunderstood. Don't you realise that you would just bring the curse upon yourself? These powers, they're not meant for mankind. You'd be cursed exactly like me and my father. What's happening? Listen to me, child. If you'd done this of your own free will, there was a chance I'd have let you live. But it's clear I'll have to pull you out of there by force. I'd like to see you try. Yep. I made the right call. Fuck the church. You leave me no choice. How dare you attempt to steal our powers? Ooh! Lila, what's happening? Nothing, Dad. Everything is under control. We made the right decision. I wholly believe it. Sorry about before. You would have had me follow a corrupt minister, you silly sausage. Never happening. Never happening. We know who to trust. We know the right course of action. And we are, admittedly not at peace. But I will say, that feels good. Here we are. We should be right over that thing. Yeah, we can see the lights again. Yes, I can see it. Good. Well, it's been good to see you again, even if for a short time. Yes. I love you so much, my little girl. I love you too, Dad. Goodbye. Farewell. No tentacle hair. Dad, where am I? Oh, of course, the hospital. I'm back at the hospital. I hoped I would never come back here. At least I don't have that horrible hair anymore. Lila, you're alive. Hinon, hey! And Bandar's here as well. What a bloody delightful pair. You know goody lucky. You don't look too bad, all things considered. We all thought you weren't long for this world. We could see the explosion from the colony. It's a miracle you're even alive. A miracle. Yeah. I wouldn't use that word to describe it, but okay. Layla, you know what happened? Your father. Dear Bandar, maybe this isn't the time. Or maybe this isn't the place to... She needs time to recover. Don't worry, Hinon. I know that he's dead. Lila, I'm so sorry. Biari was great, Manny, Lila. We all sad. I can't imagine how you must feel right now. No need to worry. I know it seems hard to believe, but I'm okay. I just need to be alone for a while. But of course, Lila. Thanks for coming anyways. For real. We always here when you needy. Of course, always at your disposal. Thanks. See you later, guys. Goodbye, Dad. What's this? Oh God, no, I can't. Dad? Dad, where are you? Dad? It was just a dream. Another day in this dump, alone. Come on, Lila, you have to keep going somehow. The outfit is baller still. This is an interesting moment. I think that when we step outside, though, to the market, we're not going to be selling universes. Or we will. Ah. Right, I don't have powers anymore. What a mess. I can't even make a few bucks creating universes. Damn it. What's this? Lila, meet me at the tea house. We have something to tell you. Hinon and Bandar. That's interesting. Trust me, Bandar, she'll like it. I don't think so, but let's try. What? What? I don't think they ended the timeline so much as broke the cycle. It's hard to understand. It is hard to understand. And here we are at the same tea house. What will I like? Lila, nothing. I was just... Hinon and I wanted to give you a present. Gift? What are you talking about? Lila, we were shocked by what happened with your father. And the whole story of the temporal prison. So, yeah, the temporal prison has been discussed and shook. So she hasn't had to sacrifice all her other relationships. More confused, less shocked. Yes, anyway. Guys, please. I know you want to be kind, but I would ask you to hurry up. I have so much to do. I don't have time to waste. We know you have no powers anymore, and no more job. Bandar, have a little tact for heaven's sake. Hinon, give her the ticket, and that's it. Well, here's the thing. Multiple universes would exist still. So maybe this is the original universe where Master found us. So we went back and... Oh, it's very, very odd. Very odd. Hard to fully wrap your head around at this time, but it works. It does work, narratively at least. Yes, here it is. Jupiter travel to Mars. We're actually getting out of the... We're getting out. A ticket to Mars. Your story went around the whole colony. Many people wanted to help you, so we raised money. You want to kick me out? You know well, Lila, that there is no future for you on Jupiter. No good for you to continue to live in this dump. You need to grow, find better life. But I heard about some cousins who work at the terraforming plant on Mount Olympus. They told me they're making progress. There's lots of vegetation and work now. They'll help you settle in. A new life, Lila. That's what your father wanted for you. Thank you. I don't know how. Don't worry, Lila. You don't owe us anything. Just be ready. The next departure is in a few days. I'm actually... Human kindness and compassion is one of the few things which I unequivocally wish there was more of. And seeing it in art is always a wonderful thing, but seeing it to this level is remarkable. It's incredibly well portrayed. Posture check? Oh, shit. Okay, fine. Oh, an orangutan will deglove your arm without batting an eye, but cyber orangutans, they're good eggs. What will you two do? Us? Our lives here, Lila. Yes, Lila, for us it's already too late. You have your whole life ahead of you. Don't waste it. I won't. Thank you. Oh my fucking days. Okay, so let's see the journey to Mars in pictures, shall we? This game is phenomenal. Truly a hidden gem. I'm so curious how this narrative could have played out differently if we made certain decisions that were different to the ones we made. Oh, an old family photo. So Bandar's been a family friend for a long time. All of these people, I can't thank this team enough for making this. And I can't thank you enough, Zombie, for the gift of this game. I'm a tad overwhelmed, if I'm being honest. I'm really struggling to form coherent thoughts and piece myself together. That was just no words. I need time. I need time. I can't really give a coherent review right now. I really struggle to let myself show and feel big emotions, but this game has brought up huge emotions that I wasn't ready for. And I'm really struggling to let myself feel them and process them properly. They're all positive in the traditional sense of valence. Oh, but wow. I'm glad it was as good as it looked, and I'm double glad we were able to enjoy it together. I cannot agree more with you, Zombie. Before I started streaming, I would have probably experienced this on my own, come out of it like, wow, that was great, and then not thought about it as much as it deserved to be thought about. I wouldn't have talked about it, wouldn't have been able to share the feelings and the emotions that come along with it. So being able to share this experience with yourselves in this format has been... Oh, that's a dream I never even realised I had, and it's come true. I could not agree more with the sentiment. And I'm glad to be here with you all along the way. I'm glad you're with us as well, Tutu. I'm very glad as well that I made the decision to upload these streams to our little YouTube archive, so this one will be immortalised and ready to be shared again in the future. And I'm probably going to go back and rewatch this journey at some point to get this feeling again, because the theorising was immensely fun, and it's really interesting to see that we were partially right in all of our theories to some extent. At least I think we were. There's probably a few, if I look back on it, and I'll realise I was being a massive dingus and making some classic mistakes. But the nature of Master's existence, the relationship between Master and Layla, just also the humanity on display. I got to admit as well, I thoroughly enjoy an anti-institutional message interwoven into my games championing human compassion. So seeing an anti-church government message was surprisingly welcome. And let's not forget the Lomri from the world building. Characters like Billy and Bandar. The nature of the cult as well, and the phenomenon of the cutting artistically is immensely novel. I can't think of anything similar to that in other experiences. I struggled with it. I'm not going to pretend I was comfortable, particularly when we were performing a cutting as part of our, well, role in the temple. But good Kraken. Good Kraken. This is the thing. Tino and Gundar, yeah, the robots that were sharing a voice box were particular favourites. A lot of it was pretty intense. I have to agree with you there, Zombie. Something I think we need to do, actually. I might take a look at some of the artwork in this, and I'm probably going to add it to the list of tattoos I want but can't afford. And I'll get myself that orangutan back tattoo one day. But it's a great lesson in writing and world building. In particular, the existence of Lomri as like a mix between a fox and an otter. I just never would have thought of that sort of creative environmental detail, rather. And Henon's Tea House is going to become a special place for some time as well. But it's filled me with inspiration. It's made me want to write more. It's made me want to just explore more games like this. These really are just the most precious experiences, and they're so well hidden. Who would have thought that this little game was Master is Daddy? No, wait, Dad? Honestly, this game is something I will probably look back on fondly. For now, I've got to take some time to process my thoughts so I can talk about it properly. I mean, we're just going to gloss over the Star Wars implication of kissing your father when you're romantically interested in a skeleton. I mean, given how much flesh he had cut off, I don't think he's still... Like, even if Master wasn't her dad, I don't think he could have been daddy with the amount of resources left to him, if you know what I'm saying. All in all, still smashing. Love the world. I want more exploration of the Hovian colonies and Mars and the terraforming projects on Olympus Mons, but it's not needed. I think it's a testimony to an interesting world when you want more, even though you don't need it. Like, I don't need to know the ins and outs of the hydroponics plants probably currently thriving on Mars during the terraforming efforts. But I want it. I want to know more. I want to see more. And that's a testimony to making a world that you're attached to and care about. I mean, wow. Right now, though, I think the thing I need to do for myself is go and brew a cup of tea. A genuinely decent herbal tea. I haven't had one for ages. I used to love it. I used to drink it daily. But in the years that autistic burnout got the better of me and my mental health fell apart and my life has generally fallen into what it currently lies at now, little things like that are something I haven't been able to keep up with. But I think now, like Lila, we've got our whole lives ahead of us. We don't need to be stuck in a temporal loop. So I'm going to start with something nice and small with a nice berry tea. I think that is exactly the plan, Zombie. And I think we'll end the stream. In fact, I'm going to end the stream entirely very early today for two reasons. One, so I can get this fully uploaded to YouTube. Thanks if you're watching on YouTube as well. Welcome to the little community. And two, I need to do some emotional work. I don't know if it's obvious or not, but I'm suppressing a lot of myself on stream when the big emotions come up. I almost try and keep contained instead of letting it come out. I mean, that's something I want to work on. I want to just let myself feel without that need to repress in front of other people. That's very much a result of my upbringing. In Britain, I was punished for every emotion I ever showed as a kid. Can tell by your eyes, friend. Yeah, I feel that. It's really... Yeah. I don't want to do it for the good emotions. I really don't want to. Or the bad emotions. Or emotions that are neither good nor bad, because emotions simply are. Oh, but we've got to go let ourselves feel. And we've got to learn. And, yeah. I'm just glad you guys were here to see the end of it live, but either way, let's immortalise it. And tomorrow we will continue with a bit more Spooky-tober shenanigans, since it is October at the time we've been doing this. Ooh, what will it entail? Let us wait and see. But thank you for sharing this with us, guys. Nothing but love for the lot of you. I will see you again before you know it. And in the meantime, just look after yourselves and take care. Beautiful days to the lot of you. Fare thee well. Peace.